Hey there, and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Thanks so much for sticking with us today because we're really excited to introduce you to IndyCar driver Graham Rahal. Now, Graham has been racing open wheel cars since he was a teenager, and he won his first race when he was 19 years old at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Part of being good to this sport, he says, is making sure that your vehicle has proper maintenance, and that includes checking your tires regularly. But he says that this is something that we should all do, not just professional IndyCar drivers like himself. He says it's an essential part of being a safe driver, and it'll help keep you, your family, and everyone on the roads safe. So we went ahead and caught up with him for a glimpse at what it's like to be him out on the road and to learn some tips for tire care. Here's today's Safety Check segment.
Well, tires for us in racing are critical to not only our performance, but keeping us safe. And the same can be said for your street car. So right now I'm actually at Bridgestone Americas in the Technical Center, which is in Akron, Ohio. This is where all of our racing tires are developed, but also where that translates into the street tires that everybody may use. So it's key not only, as I said, to our performance, being able to win races, to our safety as well on race weekends. Yeah, I know that throughout the summer and even into the fall, we anticipate a lot of people are going to be out on the road. And so there's three things for people to keep in mind, which is inflate, rotate, and evaluate. Inflate, make sure your tire pressures are up to the manufacturer's suggested pressures. That information can typically be found in the driver's side door jamb. There'll be a sticker there that'll give you those pressures. You should check those once a month anyway. But certainly before you go on a road trip, make sure that those are up to pressure. It's critical to your safety as you go to and from that road trip. The second is rotate. Rotating, front to back, side to side, tires wear unevenly. Sometimes the toes and the cambers and things on cars will wear tires unevenly, so make sure you get those checked out. Whether you go to a Bridgestone corporate-owned store or any tire shop in your area that you may have used in the past, it's something that's really important that people take into consideration. And the last is evaluate. Go inspect those tires. Look over your tires, make sure the condition is good. Do the penny test. The penny test is, turn Abe Lincoln upside down, put his head in the tread itself, and if his entire head is exposed, then those tires are out of tread. And no matter where you are in this country, you're bound to get some rain and everything else throughout your trip. And if you don't have enough tread depth, you're going to be in trouble. So make sure you guys check those out and be safe. Well, people don't realize or maybe think about this often enough, but your one point of contact from your car to the road is your tires. So your tires are the single most important thing for you to be checking and to take into consideration as you do go on the road. Keep your family safe. I'm a new dad. I have a 7-month-old, and so I know how important it is, not only for me, for my wife, but also my baby girl, to make sure that we're safe as we hit the road. So take it seriously, check them out, and make sure your tires are in good shape.
Graham stresses the 3 keys to tire safety and performance to anyone driving during the holidays or pretty much any time of the year. And remember, you can always use a penny, like he said, to determine tire tread at home. It'll help you figure out if your tire needs to be serviced or if you need to buy a new one already, and more. And if you're gonna make sure that your vehicle is well maintained, don't forget about doing the same for your body. That's right, the body needs to function like a well-oiled machine too, and that's why it's important to eat healthy and exercise. One RGV resident lost his brother and his sister to diabetes, and now he's written a book for children all about the perils of diabetes, and he even created cute characters named Exo and Psy, get it, exercise, Exo-size, that will hopefully relay his message. So go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
Good morning, everyone. My name is David North, and I'm here to tell you about the only interactive children's book around called The Adventures of Exo and Psy. Now, this book is a really interesting book because you actually get an exercise workout as you read the book, so it's very interactive. This book started after I lost my brother and sister to diabetes, and I was driving around and I got inspired to write this book called The Adventures of Exo and Psy, a play on the word exercise. The Exo and Psy, they live in a town called Obesity, and where the mayor is Diabetes or Diabetes. And in this first book, she's sending out her henchmen, Chip and Nacho, who represent potato chips, to steal everybody's healthy snacks. But that is until Exo and Psy have something to say about it. And the adventure begins, and we start doing all these wonderful exercises and try to stop Chip and Nacho from stealing everyone's healthy snacks. So this book is a wonderful opportunity for families to get together, not only read, which is very important, literacy is very important, but also exercise, which again is also very important. So you're working the mind and you're working the body. As you read, there's going to be different exercises. So you're going to have to get up, move around, jump around, run around. And then, you know, with COVID and everything, the importance of being healthy and eating right and exercise, it's so important right now. And along with this book, there's a second book coming out called The Adventures of Arrow, which is a little girl, and her cat, Bix. So it's the adventures of Arrow and Bix, or aerobics. And this is going to be the first book in a 7-book series where we're going to follow Exo and Psy and Arrow and Bix in their adventures in Obesity until they finally get to stop Mayor Diabetes from ruining and making obesity into the unhealthiest place around. Now this also incorporates something that I call FitLit, a combination of fitness and literature. And hopefully we can get these books onto your local parks where families can go around, they read the book and they do the exercises together. You're spending quality time with the family, you're exercising, you're reading, you're working your body, you're working your mind, and you're having a great time. So you can pick up this book at davidnorek.com. That's davidnorec.com. There are a multitude of free material there in fact, you can get the free ebook on that website. If you want a physical copy, you can order it as well. And we can work together to change things around, to change the culture of the Rio Grande Valley especially. This is an awesome way, a fun way just to be together as a family. And I look forward to putting more books forward for you guys. And I hope we have an awesome time spending time together, reading, exercising, and having a great time. So RGV, are you ready to exercise?
Feel free to check out his website to learn more about the adventures of Exo and Psy, and you can also find out about different community events that David's hosting there online. All right, well, that's all of our time for now. We want to thank you again so much for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again next time because we'll have a lot more in store for you. But for now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we're filming for the show, and for your chance at your comment or even your question being featured on air. Be sure to visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's segments as well. We've got all that and so much more next time on Valley por Vida. We'll see you then.